Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
The night is young.
We are not. These guys are magicians.
Ops whisperers, totally. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brooklyn. My name is Jimmy Ludwig.
My name is Mark Aldrich.
And we are the
Happy Hour Guys.
And this is the New York City Beer Week, the kickoff event.
That is right.
We don't usually go to festivals.
No, we don't. As a general rule, we like to get a little more personal with the people who are making the beer that you love. But this one strikes home for us because it is home.
And in 2008, when we started doing this, really on a regular basis, things like this did not exist in New York City.
No. As a matter of fact, most of these breweries were not in existence when we became existent.
Many of these breweries were not in existence, 2 years ago?
True.
It's an amazing time to be a craft beer lover in New York City. Let's go drink some beer.
Yeah, this is empty, and that's not good.
We gotta fix that.
But you would think when you hear lambic and raspberry, you're ready to pucker up. But this is actually really mellow, very smooth, very well balanced. Well, hello!
What the hell's going on over here? Kelly Taylor, I'm the president of the New York City Brewers Guild and the owner. Hey! The owner of KelSo Beer Company.
Creator of this lovely beer that we were just telling you about.
Yeah, you have a little lambic? I think you know that craft beer is on the upswing here in the city. It's
Just a little bit.
32 breweries in the city. 26 of them are producing liquid in the city, and they're members of the Brewers Guild.
Dave Lopez, managing partner at Gun Hill Brewing Company.
You may know Dave Lopez because of Gun Hill and because of the Broadway Brews Project. What's going on with Gun Hill right now?
3 months ago, we opened a second location, a tavern where we serve food, and it's like a tasting room, all New York State beer, wine, and liquor.
Really good food, by the way.
We just released some new cans. We're doing a rotating double IPA series right now, and then we're going to be doing a rotating soft serve series, so small IPAs with lactose in it. So we got a lot of new and exciting beers coming out.
Those are kind of session-y, right? Those are lower ABV?
Like under 3.5%, so yeah, very session-y.
This event would have been unimaginable a few years ago.
A few years ago, I mean, this place is going to be crazy any minute. We have 1,200 people coming, and we've sold more tickets this year than the last 2 years combined.
We're trying to finish shooting before it gets absolutely nuts in here. Can you remember how many breweries there were in New York City in 2008?
There was about 6. 3 of us in Brooklyn. It was me, Sixpoint, and Brooklyn Brewery.
Keir Hamilton, one of the brewers at Sixpoint Brewery.
You guys are here in Brooklyn, right? You're a New York brewer. You've been around for how long?
Since 2004.
That makes you one of the granddaddies in the New York City area, but also...
Oh my gosh, the hordes are descending. I think it's 6:30.
Help! Help! It's 6:30, help! Oh, God. What's going on with Sixpoint?
We're just continually working on our recipes and making sure we got the best ingredients coming in. We're always reimagining the formulations and making sure Bengali, our flagship IPA, tastes the best it can taste. Working on our seasonals. So we got Jammer, our Goza, coming out again. So we got some salt coming from the West Coast. Coriander comes from India. And we're trying our best, making sure everything's good.
You're so creative with your recipes, with your beers. Like, you seem to always be looking for new flavor profiles, for new styles, for new ways to sort of push the envelope.
We don't really narrow it down to just the brewers making decisions on the beers. Like, our logistics staff, our marketing staff, we definitely like to, take influences from other people and be like, this is a great idea. We should maybe try something like that.
Anyways, great talking to you.
Guys, thank you very much for having me on. Take care. Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers.
I am Bill. I'm one of the owners at City Brewing Company.
And how the heck is it going out there since we saw you last?
It's been dead. We've been doing nothing. Nothing's going on. Not busy at all.
Quiet, quiet, quiet.
Yep.
You can't even bring an empty can of your beer into the town without like 400 people showing up.
I know. It's a problem. The cops have been annoyed.
We're hearing lines around the block.
Yeah, there was a line around the block. Yeah, but we had breakfast sandwiches too, so I think a lot of people showed up for that.
Well, I'm really glad that you were taking care of people that way. Now we hear something about another production facility happening for you guys.
Those are rumors. We just bought some new fermenters, and right now they're laying down in our brew house. They're just waiting to be stood up. But we're thinking, we got to get bigger, but who knows when that's going to happen.
Some of your beers are being traded like straight up one for one for like Trillium, Treehouse, things that people are on their wish lists. That I can't think of a higher compliment than people going out of their way to get your beer.
It's a little overwhelming. You know, Kevin's making unbelievable beer, and when we see a trade like that, you know, it's just nice to know. You know, it's a Ponzi scheme though. It's all the cans are empty.
My name is Sean McCain. I'm the brand director of Greenport Harbor Brewing Company from the North Fork of Long Island.
No, you're not. You're Thor.
Some days I'm Greg Ullman.
What's going on in Long
We're
Island?
hopping, man. We're hopping and popping. Both our breweries. We have two breweries, as you know. The original in the town of Greenport Harbor. That's where both these beers were made. These are collaboration beers. This one's done with Gun Hill. It's called the East End Boogie. It's a 7.7% deep New England style. All the kids love this one. Citra, Nelson, Amarillo, Pilsner base malt, some oat for that mouthfeel, and then a New England IPA yeast.
Color me happy, dude.
Shut yourself. I know, it's pretty good.
We're here hanging out with some of our favorite people in New York City, and
Me
you
too.
are among that group, my friend.
I mean, it's great, right? Like everywhere I look, I'm looking around, I see Garrett, I see...
there's a lot of family here, and that's one of the great things about being able to gather everybody up in one place. So
This is 8 years or 9 years?
for us,
No, for this thing. This
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've been to every one of them too.
Katerina Martinez. I'm the owner and head brewer of Lineup Brewing. I started it in Brooklyn about a year ago. I decided to just get going. Just got all my licensing. So I'm kind of the newbie here, but everybody knows me, sort of thing, you know. So it's exciting.
I'm drinking one of your beers right now, and it is ridiculously good. Tell me about it.
All right, it's a chili chocolate milk stout. I made it as a collaboration with Great South Bay, which is my sister brewery. We added the chipotle chilies to secondary for like a day and a half. I talked down to a very low amount because I don't like chili beers that are like super overwhelming. Please support, and I'm like the only woman in New York doing this, so we have a ton of women brewers. I own my own company. I'm the head brewer, so I'm working really hard right now. Please support me and come to my tap room. It's really beautiful. So
Rob Kolb, I'm one of the co-owners of Transmitter Brewing.
Right under the Pulaski Bridge. If you have never been to Transmitter, go. It's an amazing spot.
Same old, same old. We're just making beer. We bottle condition and keg condition all our beers, so we package everything in bottles and kegs, and the bottles sort of travel well, so we get outside of New York City.
I am betting that there's quite a bit more stainless steel in your facility than there was when we were there. Has your output increased in the last year?
Yeah, I mean, we're completely 100% out of space right now.
I'm Jeff O'Neill. I'm the founder of Industrial Arts Brewing Company.
I believe that some people call you Chief. Is that correct?
Well, apparently you do.
We have known this man for quite a few years. He has been in quite a few places, but now Industrial Arts, this is your baby. Tell us about what's going on with Industrial Arts.
Well, we renovated a couple 100-year-old brick factory campus in Rockland County. It's in West Haverstraw. It's more specifically Garnerville, the hamlet of Garnerville.
All right.
And it really is like a former factory, like campus neighborhood kind of thing that was built in the 1830s. And we really have spent a lot of time and effort.
As you always do, you are turning out ridiculously good liquids up there.
Thank you. We're focusing on really fresh hoppy beers and the process, and we were lucky enough to have a high-tech brew house. It gives us a lot of control over what I think are the really critical process points in brewing.
And already making great inroads into the city market.
We've been open 6 months this week. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mark Aldrich, you've been shooting the Happy Hour Guys with me since 2006.
Yeah.
For God's sake, why are you still doing it?
Because every time we take out the camera and talk to someone, we learn something new, we taste something new, we experience things in a different way, we hear the most amazing stories and meet the most amazing people. The fact that there's so much energy behind craft beer in New York City now, which a few years ago we couldn't have said, and that people are flexing their creative muscles in ways no one could have anticipated. I just have such respect for the people that do this, because so many of them either set aside time from a busy life or roll the dice and take a huge chance.
Yeah.
I have so much respect for that. As actors, we do the same thing in a different way, So I feel like we have a common vocabulary with them, like we get them, and I love sharing those stories with you guys.
Craft is all about risk and reward. Big risk yields big reward. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Take a chance in your own life. Do something you love.
And then drink it.
If that's appropriate, yes.
And we're going to drop cans this week.
What?
Right?
It just gets better and better.
Yeah.